I knew it. She took my daughter's birthday gift last month. Can we please do something about this woman? I sat back satisfied the seed had been planted. But this was only the beginning. I had no doubt Karen had seen the post, and I had no doubt that she would find a way to weasel out of it. She always did. But this time, I wasn't going to let her. I needed proof. Solid, undeniable proof that she was behind all of it. And I knew exactly how to get it. That night, I put my plan into action. I took an empty Amazon box, tucked a small GPS tracker inside, and placed it neatly on my porch. It was bait, shiny, irresistible bait, and I was willing to bet my next paycheck that Karen wouldn't be able to resist. I set up my camera feed, dimmed the lights, and waited. 30 minutes later, movement. There she was. Karen peeking out of her house like a raccoon sniffing for food. She crept onto my porch, looked around, then swiftly snatched the box and scurried back inside. Gotcha. I checked the GPS. The package was now inside her house. I grinned. Oh, Karen, you just made a huge mistake, because tomorrow I was going to give you a package. You'd never forget. The plan was simple. If Karen wanted to keep stealing my packages, I was going to give her a package she would never forget. I sat at my kitchen table, phone in hand, as I dialed the one person who could help me execute this perfectly. Mark picked up on the third ring, his voice groggy from what I assumed was another late night of watching conspiracy theory videos. What did Karen do this time? He asked before I even had a chance to say hello. She stole my Amazon package again. There was a pause, then a sigh. Of course she did. I need your help, I said, lowering my voice as if Karen had my house bug. Something extreme. Something she'll regret. Mark was quiet for a second. Then I heard a faint chuckle. I think I know exactly what to do by the next afternoon. I was standing in Mark's garage, staring at a plastic box filled with exactly what I needed, an entire colony of angry, buzzing hornets. This is insane, I said, watching as Mark carefully secured the box inside a larger Amazon package. This is justice, Mark corrected. Think about it. Karen loves taking things that aren't hers. Right? Well, now she's going to take something she really doesn't want. I could already picture it. Karen, smug as ever, sneaking onto my porch, grabbing the package, rushing inside, and the moment she opened it, chaos, pure, unfiltered chaos. Mark had designed the box perfectly. It had a small spring-loaded mechanism that would snap open the second she lifted the lid, releasing the swarm into her home. The hornets were already agitated from being transported, and once they were free, they would have only one mission: sting. Anything that moved, just to be clear. I said, watching, as Mark sealed the package with a perfectly printed Amazon label. This isn't going to kill her, right? Absolutely not. Mark said confidently. Hornets hurt. But they're not deadly, unless she's allergic. And even then she'd have to be really unlucky. I thought about it for a second, then nodded. Good enough for me that evening. I set the trap. I placed the package on my porch, angling my doorbell camera for the best possible shot. Then I went inside, turned off the lights, and waited. I didn't have to wait long. At precisely 9:17 p.m. movement. Karen, the suburban gremlin that she was, emerged from her house, like she had some kind of sixth sense for stolen goods. She crept across the lawn, her eyes darting around to make sure no one was watching. She approached the package, hesitated for only a second, then snatched it up and scurried back into her house. I leaned forward, my eyes locked on the screen any second now. And then it happened through the slightly ajar blinds of Karen's front window. I saw the exact moment she opened the box. 1 second of stillness, then absolute unhinged pandemonium. Karen's scream pierced the night like a siren, a mix of rage, terror, and sheer disbelief. A second later, the front door burst open, and Karen came flying out of the house like she was being chased by a serial killer. She flailed wildly, slapping at her arms, her face, her legs, as if she had just been set on fire behind her. The unmistakable swarm of hornets spilled out like a living nightmare, filling the air around her in a buzzing, angry cloud. She tripped over her own feet, went down hard on the grass, rolled, then scrambled up again, still shrieking as the hornets continued their assault from the window. I could see the inside of her house was absolute carnage. Furniture, overturned dishes shattered her tiny yappy chihuahua, running in frenzied circles, barking its lungs out. She darted toward her garden hose, fumbled with the nozzle, and turned it on herself, in a desperate attempt to escape the hornet fury. Water blasted everywhere, soaking her from head to toe, but the hornets weren't done with her yet. She ran in circles, still flapping her arms like a deranged bird, before finally sprinting down the driveway screaming for help. I had to bite my lip.